We're going to divide a whole number with a mixed number. And what is the rule? For division and multiplication, always change the mixed numbers to an improper fraction. 8 is a whole number, we leave it alone. Divided by 4 and 4/5 is equal to 4 times 5 plus 4. These two numbers are multiplied, that's added, divided by 5, which is 24/5. Division changes to multiplication. We've seen this in section 2.5. However, change the fraction right next to it. Flip the fraction right next to it. So now we have 8 times 5 divided by 1 times 24. Clearly, 8 is a factor of 24. Break it down further. 8 times 3 is 24. And that's how we cancel the 8s and we are left with 5/3. Now, since the question is in terms of a mixed number, we write the answer in terms of a mixed number. 3 goes once into 5, leaving a remainder of 2. So 3 goes once, leaving a remainder of 2. And that's how we get 1 2/3. 12 and 4/9 is a mixed number. For division and multiplication of mixed numbers, we always change the mixed number to an improper fraction. So 12 times 9 plus 4, the whole divided by 9. 9 2s are 18, 9 1s are 9, plus 1, 10, plus 4 divided by 9. This is equal to 112 divided by 9. So 112 divided by 9 divided by 8, which is a whole number. So we write it as 8 over 1. 112 over 9 times 1 over 8. Now let's see if anything cancels. Does 8 go into 112? If it does, let's check. 8 1s are 8. Subtract. To get a 3, bring the 2 down. 8 4s are 32. And we get a 0. So luckily for us, 8 goes into 112 14 times. Times 1 over 9 times 8. So we cancel the 8 and the 8. And we are left with 14 over 9. 9 goes once into 14. Leaving a remainder of 5, and that's how we get 1 5/9. Now, what if we didn't see that 8 goes into 112? We'd have to do that in small steps. We'd probably say 112 is an even number. So we divide by 2. 2 times 5 is 10, subtract, bring the 2 down. 2 times 6 is 12, subtract, you get a 0. So we get 2 times 56 is 112. 56 is again even, so we divide again by 2. 2 times 2 is 4, subtract, 2 times 8 is 16. So we have 2 times 28 is 112, because 2 times 28 is 56. So again, we would divide by 2. So it's 2 times 2 times 2 goes 14 times into 28, and that would give us 2 times 2 times 2 times 14. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So if you didn't see that 8 goes into 112, you would write 112 as 2 times 2 times 2 times 14 divided by 9 times 8. These 3 together make an 8. So the 3 cancel with the 8 and we are left with 14 over 9. So this is just another way of doing things. So 1 acre costs $10,500. So if I had to buy 2 acres of land, it would be 10,500 times 2. If I had to buy 3 acres, it would be 10,500 times 3, and so on. The number of acres I want to buy get multiplied by 10,500, which is the cost per acre of land. Now, we don't have a whole number, but we want to purchase 2 2/3 acres of land. So all we do is multiply with 2 2/3. And that gives us the total cost of 2 2/3 acre of land. The idea is the same. When you want to buy 2 acres, you multiply by 2. When you want to buy 3 acres, you multiply by 3. When you want to buy 2 2/3 acres, just multiply with 2 2/3. But now we need to finish the work. So it would be 10,500 times, if we are multiplying or dividing mixed numbers, we have to change it to an improper fraction. So that would be 8/3. So now we have 105 times 100. That's 10500 times an 8 divided by 3. So we want to see if, obviously 3 doesn't go into 8, 3 doesn't go into 100. So we want to check if 3 goes into 105. So what do? We add the digits to get a 6. 3 divides 6. So we know that we can divide 105 by 3 and not get any remainder. So 3 times 3 is 9. Subtract to get a 1. Bring the 5 down. 3 times 5 is 15. Subtract to get a 0. So we have 35 times 3, which is 105, times 100 times an 8 divided by 3. Cancel the 3's and we are left with 35 times 100 times an 8. Now let's figure this out. 35 times 8. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 3's are 24 plus 4, 28. So that is 280 times 100. So that is 28,000. Just add the 2 zeros to get 28,000. And it kind of makes sense because you double this up and you get 21,000, and we need to buy 2/3 acres more, so that's why it's an extra amount. So roughly it looks like the correct answer. You can always double check the calculations and make sure it's correct. So Richard wants his estate split among 3 of his children. If his estate is worth 1 3/4, how much will each of his children get? So basically you're saying divide 1 3/4 of a million. So remember that we're counting money in millions. Divide it into 3 parts and each one gets a part. So how do you do division? Flip the fraction, change the mixed numbers to improper fractions. 4 1s are 4 plus 3, 7 over 4 times 1 over 3. And remember, our answer is going to be in millions of dollars. So this is equal to 7 over 12. Nothing cancels, so it's 7/12 of $1 million. So everyone's going to get 7/12 of a million. 7 parts out of 12 of a million. Let's see how much money that would mean. 7/12 times a million, which is 6 zeros. And that is exactly what would be the amount that each child gets. So let's see if I can break this down quickly. So this is 7/12 of a million. That's the final answer. But we're trying to figure out how much money that really is. So $1 million, let's get rid of 2 zeros. 7 times 100. That's where the 2 zeros went. We got rid of the 2 zeros from the million, but that's the same as multiplying it with 100. And we have 4 times 3. Now let's see, 7 times 10,000 times 4 times 25 is 100. 4 quarters make 100, divided by 4 times 3, the quantity. So we subtract. Seven quarters make $1.75. So that's this times this is 175 followed by 4 zeros divided by 3. Now if we divide this quantity by 3, that'll tell us exactly how much money each child got. So let's do this division. 175, 1, 2, 3, 4 divided by 3. 3 times 5 is 15. Bring the 5 down. 3/8 are 24. Subtract. Bring the 1 down. 3 times 3 is 9. Remainder, or the difference is 1. Bring the 0 down. 3 times 3 is 9. And we do this 2 more times. So 7/12 of a million is roughly 583,333. That's the amount that each of his children got. Now, Kayla works for 5 3/4 of an hour and earns 6 2/3 per hour. How much money does she make? Total time that she works, multiply with the hourly rate, right? If it was $6, she worked 8 hours, $6, you would go 6 times 8, $48, right? So just do the multiplication. 15 3/4 times 6 2/3 dollars per hour. So this is the total amount that she makes. Now the rest is just figuring out the details. 15 4s is 60 plus 3, 63 over 4. So 15 times 4 plus 3 over 4 is 63 over 4. Times, we're changing all the mixed numbers to improper fractions. 6 3s are 18 plus 220 over 3. So this is the amount that she makes. 3 goes into 63, 21 times. 4 goes into 25 times. So the 3 and the 4 in the denominator cancel. And this tells us that the amount of money that Kayla makes is $105.